Why such a dramatic response? Well, the reason is obvious. They're trying to delegitimize Trump administration as it goes into the White House. They are trying to say that President-elect Trump is not a legitimate president.
A lot of that interview will air later tonight. Sean Hannity joins us next hour. But as for this hour, Mr. Trump said over the weekend that he has his own sources on this intel. Will we see what he is suggesting that could prove evidence, yes or no, on this, Sean?
Well, the president-elect gets briefed by the members of the intelligence community on a daily basis to ensure he's up to speed. So he can't necessarily reveal everything that he is privy to because it is classified, but he is given that access to that information and those sources and methods of what's happening. I think this report, remember one of the...
It could settle his argument to go public, Sean.
I understand that, but you can't reveal classified information. He can come to a conclusion, though, based on the evidence and the facts and the data and intelligence that is shared with him. The report, keep in mind, isn't even final yet. He will be briefed later this week by the senior members of the intelligence community once the report is final. But the bigger question I have, and I've stated this before, is when you look at the magnitude of the response and the sanctions that we instituted as a government, the question has to be asked, are those sanctions in proportion to the acts that have been committed? Because these are the greatest amount of sanctions that have been instituted in modern history. We've never kicked 35 people out and closed 2 sites of a country in peacetime. So the question is, are they proportional? And number 2 is are they political or are they diplomatic? Because they never responded to China when millions of people had their sensitive information hacked. And if you also go back and talk about the fact that in September, the president said that he told Putin to knock it off. So if they knew the actions were occurring back then, why did they not wait? Was it because Hillary Clinton didn't win the election? I don't know the answer, but it seems like that there should be some additional questions asked whether the response is political or diplomatic.
Can you say now, Sean, how your information is different from the intelligence community, yes or no?
No, it's not a question of different, Bill. I think what the intelligence community does is provide principals with the raw data to make conclusions and draw inferences as to what they believe. Their job is not to come in and give you the conclusion, it's to give you the data and allow the decision makers to decide how to act based on the data sets and the intelligence that they're given. That's what President-elect Trump will be given later this week, and he will come to the conclusions based on the intelligence that is presented to him of the circumstances that have occurred. But the fact is that this administration tried to have a reset with Russia at the beginning, and it failed. I understand that didn't work out too well, but this administration understands the importance of Russia and putting America's interests first in the geopolitical climate that we live in. We will do that, and this president, I think, is going to understands that it's in America's interest to have a very fruitful relationship with Russia.
Two more quick things.